point I want to make is that I have found really helpful. So, a little earlier when Emma brought her dog into the picture, and there's something maybe we can all notice. So we have a way that we attune with each other, right? And we have a way that we attune with ourselves. We probably have more than one way. Like when I'm attuning with my physical body, it's a little different than when I'm attuning with my thoughts. Like it's different. It's like a little different kind of move of the lens of my awareness attunement. So then when I attune with Emma's dog, that was also different, right? Or when I think of the ocean, or I go to the ocean and the big waves, the way I attune with the waves, I mean, that's different. Or I'm thinking of the big sequoia trees in Northern California. I love those big trees, and maybe I'm attuning with the trees are attuning with me, who knows? But this way of attunement with a lot of specificity is quite important for healing. Another way to kind of wonder about it is like, let's say that we are with a little baby, a little 3-month-old baby. And the baby is crying and the baby is scared. So we would all, I can imagine, like right now, if we just imagine we're holding a little 3-month-old baby, and you can just imagine, like, how would you shift? Like you wouldn't talk to the baby the way you're talking to me. It would be different. You would attune quite differently. Or how would you attune with someone that just got a new job that they're very excited about? Let's say they're 21. And you can kind of feel you would change the dial, and partly you would change the dial related to their emotion, but also change the dial related to their age, if that makes sense. And so like we've got a 3-month-old baby who feels something. Now, if we have a 12-year-old who feels afraid, that would need a different attunement, right? So this is just something I want to invite us to notice, partly because when we are befriending our own emotions, sometimes the emotion that we feel about something isn't related to the incident itself. It's a much younger version of the emotion. And so we want to start to be able to feel that. And we may or may not need to be able to label it with our minds, but it's more to feel that. And so part of our practice when we listen to each other, or when we listen to ourselves, we're meditating or we're doing journaling, or whatever kind of contemplation, how we can even kind of feel into how old do I feel, and what kind of attunement to myself or to another. Like there's sometimes a feeling, the way it works for me, it's like when I'm listening to somebody and I'm just breathing and resourcing myself and sensing this person, and also appreciating, oh, look at this wonderful person, and it's like, this is kind of, and then sometimes there's a moment if somebody's sharing something that's sort of at their edge, when it's like, for me, it's kind of intuitional. It's really not mental, but then there's a kind of click. Oh, I can feel or sense what it is. And some of that has to do with awareness of age. And again, when I say it, it sounds very mental, but I want to invite you to explore that. And also to trust your senses, because when you feel deeply connected, you probably are deeply connected. You don't have to necessarily know exactly what you're doing or how you're doing it. So you can trust that. Yeah. And so what we can do in this moment is just now take a breath together with, like, how do I feel now through my body, through my resourcing with the earth, my grounding through my emotions and thoughts, my spirit. And often when one person comes and shares something personal, it will touch and support movement, a resonance and healing in everyone listening to a bigger degree or a smaller degree. So we can just notice what that is for us. Yeah. I'll give another little Thomas quote, which I found really helpful. Such a distillation of a concept is that it's kind of like with my willingness to continual practice with compassion and curiosity, like if I'm walking forever in my practice, I can meet this moment now. And I just love that. It's like, it may take forever, it may take 1 minute, it may take 1 millisecond, it may take 3 days. In some sense, it doesn't matter because I'm walking forever in compassion and curiosity and love and grounding. So I can be here now. Yeah.